guys, welcome back to my channel. I can finally say that now. So this look, I did my everyday full face, my everyday eye look, how I do my brows, my face base, everything like that, because that's what was requested. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm going to start off with my brows first. So I'm going to zoom you guys all the way into my brows so I can get in full detail of how I do those. So I already did this eyebrow and this eye off camera. I'm only going to leave this zoomed in just for the eyebrow, and then I'm going to zoom back out for the eye look because it's just like too zoomed in. But I did want to get like good detail on how I do my brows because I did have that requested. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off by brushing my hairs in an upward motion. I do have very sparse brows, clearly, but I want to focus on underlining my brows only underneath. Does that make sense? To make the appearance of a fuller brow, so there's only color focusing on the bottom, so my natural hairs will stick out of it and give the appearance of a fuller brow. You'll see. But I'm going to start off by brushing these up because I do have very long straight hairs and they tend to go down. Gel just doesn't help me for some reason. Like, it's never helped me. I've tried like mascara, clear gel, brow gel, it just doesn't. So I'm just going to brush them up as much as I can with a spoolie. And then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color medium brown. And I'm going to focus on, like I said, only underlining the bottom. See right here, so from right here to right here, this like missing hair right here, so I fill it in with the Brow Wiz, but very, very darkly, so it blends in, so it looks like a brow when I conceal it. I only go in lightly with this in my bald spots, I guess you would call it. So I'm just gonna go right here. And then I'm going to go in with my double-sided Morphe brush with the one that had the spoolie on it. And then I'm going to go in with the brow brush side, and I'm just going to brush all this product up into my natural hairs. And then if you don't feel like the under part is dark enough to blend in, then you can go back and make it a little bit darker, so that's what I'm going to do. Just make it a little bit darker. Alright, so now I'm going to carve underneath the brow with my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Sand with just a normal concealer brush. Okay, honestly guys, this is so hard to do on camera, like, honestly, because I use a magnified mirror and it's little because I have to have my brows like perfect. So having it like so close to my eye, it's gonna like affect the way the camera is. See, it's already unfocused. Alright, so that's it for the brow. That's all I do for it. I just fill out the bottom, carve the bottom. I don't do anything to the top, just because I want the appearance as if there's actually more hair there. So if my hairs do start to come down while I'm doing my makeup, I will go back in with the spoolie and brush them up. But that's it for the brows, so I'm going to zoom back out so we can start my eyes and the rest of my face. So I zoomed out just a little bit so we could still focus on the eyes, but not like too zoomed in, you know what I mean? So to conceal my eyes, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape, and I do blend this out with my finger because I feel like a sponge, obviously it soaks up excess product. So, and brushes leave strokes for me. Brushes leave streaks when I do it. So I like using my finger because it gives like a better application. Not a better application. Yeah, a better application. A smoother one. It's like a lot smoother. I know my concealer is like really white. It's because it's from the summertime, so that's why it looks crazy. But I like it for my eye base because it brings out colors like a lot. So again, I'm not gonna set it. Actually, I am only going to set my lid because that's where I have like creasing and stuff like that. So I'm only gonna set that part, and I'm just gonna let the rest of the concealer dry on its own so the colors show up more vibrantly. Also, sorry for my nails. I need to get them done. I know, sis. I know. So to set my lid, I'm just gonna dip into Peach Butter from the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, and again, just on my lid. Okay. I would recommend this if you have creasing on your lid only, just on your lid. Alright, so now that that's set, we're just going to let the rest set on its own. It doesn't have to be completely dry. You can wait for it to get like just like a little bit tacky, not too wet for where the colors are going to move around, but dry enough so that they will blend out. Alright, so now that the concealer is dry enough, I'm going to go in with the color Burnt Orange from the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm going to go in with Burnt Orange on my Morphe M441 brush and just use that as my transition like I just said, obviously. So again, just using soft circular motions. Like I said in my last video, makeup is very scary. When you first start a look, it can look a mess, just like it's looking right now. But when everything is blended out, it will all come together. Alright, so now that all that is blended out, I'm going to go in with my Morphe M433 brush. Yeah, my Morphe M433 brush. And I'm going to go back in to the Modern Renaissance palette again, and I'm going to pick up Rilgar. I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce this. Rilgar? This orange shade right here. This shade right here. Right under the brown. That one. And I'm going to put that in my crease. So I recently got hooked on a new show on Netflix, and I think everybody should watch it. All the 5 people that are gonna watch this video, they should watch it. It's called Greenleaf. It's so good. I love it so much. It's like so interesting. My Amma was the one who actually told me about it, and I was like, because we like to watch Lifetime movies and stuff that's super dramatic, so I know that if she's into something, then I'll be into it too. And I was like, should I watch it? You know, like, I didn't know if it was really going to be good. And I watched it. Me and Zach started watching it. And at first, like, honestly, the first episode, you get hooked right away. Because it ends with, like, a crazy, like, family secret. And then you just want to keep watching. So I'm not going to, like, totally ruin it. But basically, it's about a Baptist church. Greenleaf is the bishop and his family's last name, so it's Bishop Greenleaf. And then like they have like all his sons and daughters are pastors for the church. And then like it's crazy what really happens behind closed doors. I love movies about like church or Jesus and stuff like that, but this one's crazy. Like Oh my gosh, the stuff that the pastors do, like what's going on behind closed doors with the other people that work at their church is crazy. Like, you just have to watch it. So Greenleaf on Netflix. Totally recommend. Alright, so I also blended out that other color. So before I go in with my last shade, I'm already going to put concealer on my lid. So I have kind of like a base for the shimmer that we're going to put there. And I'm not going to cut the crease. I'm just going to go in with my finger. I'm not going to make it sharp or anything like that. I'm just going to put it on my lid. So I'm just going to put it, I'm just going to dab like 2 dots right there. And then go in with my finger. I'm also going to look up. So. Alright. So see, I didn't make it sharp. I didn't cut the crease or anything like that. I just put like the concealer right there for the base. So now I'm going to go into my ABH Prism palette and I'm going to again use my finger. I mean, not my finger. Actually, no. I'm going to use this Morphe brush that I recently discovered is bomb for putting on shimmers, because for some reason the shimmers were not working out for me in the Prism palette. Like, I would use my finger, I'd use like a flat packer brush, and that wouldn't work. And then I discovered this little tiny Morphe brush that came in one of my like brush sets, and it's tiny, like it's little, but this little, I mean, you know, she's little but she's strong. She picks up so much product. Like, this brush picks up so much shimmer and it packs up. You'll see. So I'm just going to show you guys, okay? So with my finger, I'm dipping into the color Pyramid. And I'm going to put that on my lid. And it goes in very, like, dry, you know? And I'm not even going to wet this brush. I'm going to dip into Pyramid again. So I picked it up. Watch. Like, oh my gosh. And it even kind of like softly cuts a crease, you know, but not too dramatic. I love this brush. I don't know which set it's from, but I'll look on the website and I'll put it down below. So on top of Pyramid, I'm going to go in with the color Eternal, which is more of like a coppery shade. I just wanted Pyramid to bring it out more. So I'm going to dip into Eternal and put that over Pyramid. So for right here in the outer corner, I'm going to dip into the color Saturn from the Prism palette. And I'm just going to place that right there. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of that color I don't know how to say it, the one that went into my crease. I'm going to mix those two and put it on my outer corner. Alright, so that's it for the eye look. Like, that's all I use. Those are the only colors I use. It's very quick and simple. I only use, what did I use? Like 4 colors. So I'm going to put on just some quick liner and some falsies. The falsies that I am going to be using are the Lash Dreams Official Lashes in Daydream. I also have a code with them, which is HYPHY-D in all caps, HYPHY, and then the letter D for 15% off. So yeah, I will be back to do the rest of my face. Alright, so now that I did my eyes, I do my eyes first. No, my eyebrows come first, and then I do like my eyeshadow and my eyes, and then I do my lips. So it's my eyebrows, eyes, and then my lips. That is the steps that I go in. Sorry, my hair is like a mess. I just put it up so I can do my face, but I'm going to take it back down. So for my everyday lips, I use the Milani lip liner in 09 Spice. This is like my favorite color. Okay, so now that I do have that lip color on, I'm going to top it with the gloss. Just real quick, I do overline my lips, so don't come for me, because I've always said that I overline my lips, so I have no shame in it. I do plan on getting injections, don't care. But yeah, a lot of people ask how I get them so sharp, and it is because I clean them up with foundation, not concealer, because my usually concealer is lighter than your skin, so it would just make like a light ring right here. So I clean them up with foundation, not concealer, so it blends in with my foundation, and I kind of create myself like a new lip form, I guess. I don't know. But so yeah, I'm gonna top this with that gloss, and then we'll start my face. Alright, so now that we have the gloss on, I'm gonna go into my face, and you probably think like I'm dirty, but I'm not. I already went in with my toner, so I wash my face every time before I do my makeup. I always wash my face. The face wash that I use is the Biore, I don't know how to say it, Biore, that one. I don't know how to say it. The charcoal one, because I have very, very oily skin and noticeable pores, and that one helps out the most. So that's the face wash that I use. And then my toner is this one right here. It's the Olay Oil Minimizing Cleanser Toner, whatever. Everything that I use for my face is like oil free or oil minimizing, because I do have such oily skin, so I always have to use something that's going to control my oil or just to minimize it, you know. So I tone with this. I don't moisturize because I'm so oily, so I don't need to moisturize. Sometimes during like the winter I do get a little bit dry, and I'll use like a gel to moisturize because it's water based, but I really don't need to moisturize. But yeah, that's what I use on my face. So I wash it and then I use this toner. I also don't use a primer. Yes, I know, shocking. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't make a difference for me. Like, I've tried a lot of primers. I use setting spray, but I've tried a lot of primers, but they just like don't make a difference for me. I guess if anyone wants to recommend like a life-changing one, then I'll try it. But yeah, primers, I never use them. So for my foundation, I'm going to use my Holy Grail of foundations, which is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in the shade Medium 54 Neutral. This is such a mattifying, full coverage, long-lasting foundation, and all the girls that I have talked to who have used this, everyone's complaint is the same, is that it doesn't stay on their nose. And I had that problem too, because when I first tried it out, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so full coverage, this is like everything I need in a foundation, but it doesn't stay on my nose. Like, hello? So one day I did something different. I packed my nose with translucent powder, and the translucent powder is the same, so it's the Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder. I like pat it on my nose and I let it bake for the longest, longer than the rest of my face, and it will not move. Like, after that, my nose foundation, like the foundation on my nose, just doesn't move. So this is what I use. If you think you had that problem with it, you should try it again, because that hack or whatever worked for me. Like, just setting it for a really long time, it worked for me. So I'm gonna go in there. Where are you going? So I'm going to go in with my foundation on a damp Real Technique sponge. And honestly, one pump will cover like half of my face. I swear, this stuff is so full coverage. I love it. Come on. Okay, so we have all our foundation on. Real quick, I am queen of getting foundation in my hair. I don't know what it is. People are like, oh my god, you should put like a headband, you know, try this, try that, but it just doesn't work. Like, I just always get foundation in my hair, and in my pictures it looks like I have gray hairs, and I don't. It's just, you know, the foundation. So again, see, no gray hairs, it's foundation, girl. So then I'm going to conceal with my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Sand. I feel like I always say the color, but just in case y'all forgot. I always get told I look like an Aztec when I do this part. I'm thirsty, hold on. Sis, I was thirsty. Alright, so now that I have all my concealer blended out, now it's time to set it. I was just thinking, like, props to the girls who do their face first before their eyes. I don't know how. Teach me. Cause how? If I actually did it in my last video and it was so hard, and after that I'm never gonna do it again. I don't understand, because when I do like dramatic eye looks, if I were to do my face first, I would just get eyeshadow everywhere. It's just a mess. Like, I'm just a mess, you know. Maybe I'm just not like coordinated for it, but yeah, I don't understand. I always have to do my eyes first. Sorry, I look like I just did a few lines, but okay. So this part, make sure you pack this shit on your nose. You see? Okay. And I'm also using, what did I say I was using? I think I told you guys, right? The Kat Von D, yeah, Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. Okay, I think my bake has sat long enough. I think it's been in the oven for quite some time. So I'm going to dust it off. But not my nose. I'm leaving my nose. Told you. I leave it for very long. So, leaving my powder on my nose until I'm done with the rest of my face, because I want this to stay. I am now going to contour, still leaving that nose there, girl. So to contour, I'm going to use my Hoola from Benefit. Come on. So now that I contoured, I'm going to take the bake off my nose. I usually do it before I highlight, because if I take it off after I highlight, I feel like it's going to mattify my highlighter. So now I can put my ring back in. Okay. So for highlight, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. And I went like through like 3 of these. I only use the colors Summer and Moonstone. Alright guys, so that concludes this look. I hope everyone enjoyed it and it was easy to follow. I know this look got a lot more requests over like an actual dramatic eye look. So that will probably be my next one. But I know a lot of people wanted to see, not a lot of people, like 50 wanted to see like my everyday full face. So yeah, I hope it was easy to follow, and I hope everyone subscribes and continues watching my channel. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed day.